Tama, this is a good question. Paano nakapasok si Kiko? First time, we need to talk about this. Sino ang mga nakapasok na kagulat-gulat? Kiko wasn't even ranking at all. Umiiyak na si Sharon kasi tingin niya hindi talaga mananalo. Pero surprise, pagkising natin panalo si Kiko. Si Bam was waiting. Si Bam nakita rin natin naglalaro siya sa 11 or 12. We didn't know that he would score this high. So there is a question about that one. He did get the endorsement of the INC, so that's a big factor. Pero Kiko is a big mystery. Why? But if you think about it, merong mga bali-balita, di ba, sa social media na si First Lady, but this is a rumor, okay? I would emphasize, this is a rumor. The rumor was, punta si First Lady trying to get an appointment with the Trumps, trying to get them to, I don't know, sit down and talk. Bakit? Syempre, kakapit sila sa world power. Na sila, hindi naman sila pwede kumapit sa China, hindi naman sila pwede kumapit sa Russia. So, the US is still the way to go. Besides, yun talaga yung gusto nila. Pero nabigyan ba siya ng appointment? Hindi tayo sure. Okay, but we know that she was after that particular endorsement. But here's the thing. Why do you want to do that? Unless you're on their side. Yung relentlessly. Ito yung mga nega na narinig ko. Number one, nasa kanila yung pera, ang dami-dami nilang pera eh. Yung ayuda kasi, malaking tulong yun sa kanila, etc. etc. Dahil sa ayuda, wala na tayong may papanalo. Excuse me. Ano nangyari? Hindi. Hindi pala. Diba? Tinanggap yung pera, binoto pa rin iba. Hindi ito 100%. Sino may sabing hindi ito live? Sino ka? Sino to? Gusto mo magpaban? Sabihin mo na lang. Huwag na yung gumagawa ng mga peke-peke na mga ganyan na salita. Sabihin mo na lang na na ayaw mo yung live namin. Para maban ka na, di ba? Maglulukuhan pa ba tayo dito? Galit na ako ng lagay na to. Hindi ako galit. Paano ako magagalit? Nag-celebrate nga tayo. Para sa akin, may tama yung mga ko. Di ba? Oo, nakapasok pa rin ang Ako Bicol. Pero kapatid ni Salvi ko, si Kito ko, talo kay Kaloy Loria sa Albay. Ano nangyari? Tinapatan sila ng pera. Akala ba nila sila lang ang mayaman? So, yes, kita mo, talagang desidido kayo mag-nega, no? Malalabas niyo pa si Luis to. Ano ba? Hindi niyo ako bibigyan ng time na matuwa naman ng konti. Ha? Hi kay Junard. Kakasabi lang eh. So, solid 5 o 6 yung sa atin dun sa mga nanalo. Okay? Meron kasing nakatago na atin eh. O plus yung mga nakaupo. Dun sa mga nakaupo, maraming inday dyan. Baka hindi matuloy yung impeachment. Or kung ipipilit nilang ituloy, sige, tignan natin. So talaga ha, desidido talaga yung mga nagko-comment dito na gusto na mag-nega. Sige, sandali lang tayo magla-live ngayon. Kasi hindi ko kakayanin yung ginagawa ninyo na relentlessly nega eh. Diba? Ewan ko sa inyo. Paano kayo humihingan yan? Sabi ni Jervis, congratulations sa atin. Nagpapatunay lang ng mga Pilipino hindi tamad dahil hindi umaasa sa ayuda. Mga wildcards, yung iba binilang na ni Miss Maluti Kia eh. Kumbaga mahina. Kung 9 lang yung atin dyan, mahina yan. We have at least 12 against impeachment. Matthew, I hope that you watch regularly kasi pinag-usapan natin yan. The day that it was filed, nagkita po kami ni Congressman Cardema sa doon sa rally sa Liwasan. And nag-submit sila pero hindi tinanggap. So there is no impeachment case filed against BBM. May binlock akong nagsispam. I am decided talaga to be optimistic today. Tama, this is a good question. Paano nakapasok si Kiko? First time, we need to talk about this. Sino ang mga nakapasok na kagulat-gulat? Kiko wasn't even ranking at all. Umiiyak na si Sharon kasi tingin niya hindi na talaga mananalo. Pero surprise, pagkising natin, panalo si Kiko. Si Bam was rating. Si Bam nakita rin natin, naglalaro siya sa 11 or 12. We didn't know that he would score this high. So there is a question about that one. He did get the endorsement of the INC, so that's a big factor. Pero Kiko is a big mystery. Why? But if you think about it, merong mga bali-balita, di ba, sa social media na si First Lady, but this is a rumor, okay? I would emphasize, this is a rumor. The rumor was, punta si First Lady trying to get an appointment with the Trumps, trying to get them to, I don't know, sit down and talk. Bakit? Syempre, kakapit sila sa world power. Hindi naman sila pwede kumapit sa China, di naman sila pwede kumapit sa Russia. So, the US is still the way to go. Besides, yun talaga yung gusto nila. Pero nabigyan ba siya ng appointment? Hindi tayo sure. Okay, but we know that she was after that particular endorsement. But here's the thing. Last year pa, alam na natin na yung mga moves ni Senator Rizzo Hontiveros were very pro-US moves. Kataka-taka na ang mga moves niya hindi kaliwa, kundi pro-US. O yung mga anti-China, yung mga pro-impeachment kay VP Inday, yung mga these things, normally hindi siya kasama sa mga ganyan. Pero she was very pro-US since last year, and that is where we're going to look for clues. Si Senator Risa is a big winner here. Lahat ng inendorso niya, pasok. Number 1, ang Akbayan. Paano naging number 1 ang Akbayan? Bakit may mga pro-DDS na bumoboto sa Akbayan party list? That is a big question. It was the DDS na hindi pa fully nag-grasp yung friend to all, enemy to none. Yung mga pumupunta pa ng US, yung mga pumupunta ng US, pumapanig sa US, naniniwala dun sa mga retorika ng anti-China and so on. Kasi sa totoo lang, this administration is very heavy-handed in its communications. So kitang-kita natin, tagos na tagos, kung ano yung gusto nila, kung saan nila gusto tayong mag-isip. So they were very pro-US. At si Hontiveros has been pro-US since last year. So pasok lahat ng mga inendorso niya. Kiko, Bam, Chel Jokno nakapasok bilang first nominee ng Akbayan. 3 ang iuupo ng Akbayan. So ilan sila? Plus Laila de Lima in the House, 4 sila. Sa Senado, 3 sila. Enough to form a power block. Not a very powerful one, but nevertheless, ito na ang nagmamarka ng umpisa. Ito ang umpisa from this day forward. Hindi lang po yung administrasyon ng kalaban rin ang Dilaw. But take note, hindi natin alam kung magkasabwat pa rin ang administrasyon at ang mga Dilaw. And yes, the Dilaws are back. Yes, Laila is in. So, yung mga nagsabing, Duterte lang, di kayo nakinig sa amin. Nanumbat Hindi. So, yung sinasabi ninyo, sino ba yung nagpakalat ng balita na matatanggal si Marcoleta kung iboboto si Amy at si Camille? Tingnan niya nangyari, 3 silang nandun. Maganda pa rin yung black vote. Tama pa rin yung strategiya ng black vote. Kasi, tingnan nyo, laglag si Ben Tulfo. Laglag yung mga artista. And yes, there wasn't enough endorsements that would make Philip Salvador win. So, ano yung mga nakikita natin dito? Mukhang palipas yung panahon na artista. Of course, andyan pa rin si Lita Lapid, ha? Kala niyo papasok si Heidi? Hindi. She wasn't registering on the surveys. And yes, in many instances, tama yung surveys. Ang hindi nakita, because the last survey was at least 2 weeks before election. 2 or 3 weeks before elections. Yung time na trinabaho si Amy Marcos was enough to push her up 30 percentage points. Ganyan kalakas ang social media ni VP Inday. So, yung mga nagsasabi dyan, ano yung mga nagpapanalo sa Akbayan? Well, aside from the possibility that they have a tie-up and are working with the secret comms of the US, part of the reason na nanalo yung mga kaliwa is because of those people who think that if they don't vote for party list, it's going to go away. Pwede ba? Konting talino naman. Sinabi ko na sa inyo dati pa, kahit magalit kayo sa party list, andyan ang party list, you make use of it. So now, may 3 Akbayan na nakaupo. Maraming natalo pa rin. I think natalo yung yung youth group ni na sino yung TikToker? Hindi ko pa pwedeng sabihin na may daya, ha? Maaga pa masyado. may mga suspicious things. Of course, yung glitch na nangyari, yung pagbagsak ng number of votes para kay Senator Bongo and others, etc. Oo, suspicious ito, pero wala pa tayo dun sa punto na pwede natin iakusa ang COMELEC. Mayroong, there were things that worked in their favor and there are things that worked against them. Halimbawa, pinayagan nila yung ayuda during campaign season. I think that, that worked against them. So yung mga nagtatanong, bakit ganito, bakit ganyan? Number one, ang daming problema ng online voting. Totoo yan. And that needs to be discussed by the COMELEC. Number two, ang daming reklamo tungkol dun sa mga hindi nababasa ng mga machines. Pero until such a time as an investigation is it has given us more solid evidence. Right now, they still enjoy the presumption of innocence. Ilabas nyo naman yan. Pwede naman pag-usapan yan. Ang bawal lang is yung diretsong mga-akusa tayo. Kulang pa yan. Mga Gen Z, madami sila pero aligned towards BAM and Kiko. Matagal ko nang sinabihan yung ibang mga and in fact, we had been doing some of these things natigil lang because syempre, it requires some kind of it requires an enormous amount of time and of course some resources, is to talk to the kids. Okay? Naaalala ninyo? Okay. If yung mga conversations that we have, ay nagrally yung mga kabataan sa ganon, ano yung mga reaction ng ibang mga adults? Ito talaga mga batang to, muwi nga kayo, mag-aral kayo, magandang. Do you think that was the right way to deal with them? Gusto ninyo kakampihan tayo ng mga kabataan, pero inaaway natin sila. Huwag ganon. They're on our side. Many are still on our side and it is time to take cognizance of the power of the youth vote. Huwag natin tatalikuran ng mga yan. We don't know this for a fact, Rizology. For me, Lambino, Hinlo, Bondoc, Rodriguez, these were all solid and good candidates. What they need to do is start creating, more memorable activities, kumbaga. Tama, sabi ni Jay Smith, di na uso solid north, solid south na. Because, in fairness, hindi na sila solid because of what they did. Because of what this administration did. Dati solid ang mga Marcos. Tiwalagang Aimee. Hindi sumunod sa usapan si BBM. Kumbaga, yung mga, the people in the north, they know what's right and what's wrong. Can you please not, wag na muna yung mga masasakit, lessons learned muna, celebrate muna tayo. There's time enough for us to be upset at certain people. Pwede ba? Hindi ba pwede nating gawin ito? Na hindi ko naiintindihan Stop raining on my parade. Okay? But there are things na positive that we can think of. Okay? Number one, ang labo na ng impeachment ngayon. Di ba? Pero number two, dun sa natutunan natin, the yellows are back at sila ang kalaban. It's a three-cornered fight for 2028. Now, less relevant ang administrasyon na nakaupo. Pero tignan natin kung sino ang kumakampi dyan sa mga dilaw at sino ang kinakausap ng mga yan. Yung mga yung mga revenge natin, nandyan na ako dun sa, nanalo pa rin si ganito, si ganyan. Pero my God, yung mga tinalo natin. Natalo si Gwen Garcia, matuwa muna tayo. Kasi we need more people on our side. If you spend so much time dwelling on the nega, paano kayo nagkakaroon ng mas maraming kakampi? Nagmumukhang talunan kayo. Do you understand what I'm saying here? If you insist on being nega all the time, politics is addition. Paano kayo idadagdag? Seriously. Even before elections, ang dami nagsasabi, wala, dihado tayo kasi walang pera. Wala, kasi si ganito. Kasi nakaupo pa rin si ganito, si ganyan. At saka ang lakas ng tatlo, and so on. Talo si Abante. Di pa ba kayo masaya niyan? It means it's a strong message na kahit magbayad itong mga taong nakaupo, kahit magbayad sila, kahit makakuha sila ng mga minions, yung minions nila will not survive. So anong ibig sabihin yan? Yung mga tao na tatanggap ng pera will think twice, baka katapusan na ng kanilang political career. Mag-celebrate tayo, send a strong message. The celebration is still a message to them. Sabihin ninyo, ina nyo, kala nyo ngayon, nire-railroad nyo kami, akala ninyo, yung mga paninira ninyo doon sa mga Quadcom, sa mga kung ano-anong com ninyo, akala ninyo, nalampasan tayo niyan, na hindi namin pinanood yan, akala ninyo, hindi natin matatandaan yung mga ganyan. Now is the time to show that we are a formidable opponent. And I say we. It is the people. Si VP Inday, she is our leader. And she rose to the occasion. mag-isip-isip sila uli kung magsasalita sila ng mapanira kay VP Inday. Dahil dinidefend natin siya. Hindi siya 100%, but now that you've seen na kaya natin makapanalo even on the local level, ngayon napakita natin, kaya natin, mas malakas tayo the next time around. Tell them that, show them that. Kahit ikiber natin yung mga talo, oo, masakit yung mga talo, yung ibang mga talo, so freaking what? Tignan nyo yung mga naipanalo natin. You will have to think twice before they try to do what they did in the 19th Congress. O, di ba? So, tama na yung nega na yan. Bigyan nyo naman ng dignidad yung mga panalo natin. Parang kawawa naman yung mga nanalo. Kung i-remind mo sila, nanalo ko nga pero natalo si ganito. Excuse me. And stop saying easy. Bakit? Hindi ako pwedeng magganito? Hindi ako pwedeng magsalita ng ganito? Bakit? Tumututol ba kayo pag si Joey nagmumura? Ha? Easy sasabihin nyo dyan. Why do you insist on these things? Pakita nyo na masaya tayo. Magbelat kayo kung kailangan. Bakit? Look at how they treated us. Look at how the 19th Congress had treated its witnesses. Tapos gusto ninyo tumahimik tayo sa celebration? O no? O sabihin ninyo, easy, what? You want me to hold back? Why? So now, natabla natin yung threat of impeachment. What is the next move? 2028. Ang lakas ng showing ni Senator Bongo. Ang lakas ng showing ni Senator Bato. Laglag ang isang tulfo. Dati akala natin hindi matatalo ang mga tulfo gawa nga ng mga ginagawa nila sa TV. Capitalizing on the ignorance of some people. And now napatunayan natin. Yung ginawa nila kay Tatay Digong, ano akala nila? You could do that and with impunity? Alam niyo makakalusot kayo dun sa pangingidnap kay Tatay Digong at walang repercussions. Akala ba nila matatabla yung galit natin ng mga paayuda nila? Well, it didn't work. And also, let us not mistake the political parties for the DDS. PDP, yes, is quite possibly DDS, but DDS is the people. It's not the party. So it's time to organize. Malaki ang chance natin sa impeachment, wag natin palusutin yan. Yung mga nagnenega, yung mga nag-criticize kay VP Inday, yung mga nagsasabing bakit kasama ang Marcos, bakit kasama ang ganito, tapos na yan. It ends today. Sabi ni Ma'am Thea, ika nga sa pelikula, attorney, sa huli bidang panalo. Oo, pero nagpagulpi muna tayo. Parang FPJ talaga, di ba? Gulpi sa Senado, gulpi sa sa Kongreso, patawag ang mga vloggers, kung ano-ano yung mga legal remedies na hinahanap, and so on. Sometimes the good guy wins. And i-consolidate natin. Stop picking on each other. Ang lakas-lakas natin. Naipakita natin yung lakas natin. Stop picking on them. Stop picking on the Stop talking about dapat bakit si Amy, bakit si ganito, bakit si ganyan. Huwag kayong makinig dun sa mga double agent dyan. Kasi kung nakinig kayo sa kanya, pati yung PDP laban, inaakusahan na ng double agentry. Pati si VP Inday. Take a look at ourselves. We won because the vote was solid. We won so many things, so many positions. May mga mga tao na akala natin walang vulnerabilities. Ayan, talo. At kahit sabihin niyo na nanalo si Luis Lo, marami siyang kakampi na hindi nakasama ngayon. No, it does not mean that Colonel Grijaldo will be free. He will be free at the end of the 19th Congress. Hindi yung nakaupo pa sila. Nakaupo pa yung mga kongresista until July. Di ba? O, pagka nun, at the end of June, June 30, papapakawalan na lahat ng mga detainees. Tapos may mga humihirit, sige na nga, panalo sa Davao City. Sige na, pero napapaligiran kayo ng mga antay. Talaga? They've never heard of yung mga kakampi na tumakbo panandalian dun sa kalaban para lang may resources, pero babalik sa side natin. At yun ang dapat tinitignan natin. Some things we do to win. Political strategies, political tactics. Huwag maghusga. Kasi merong don't let go dun sa mga kakampi natin. Huwag mabilis maghusga because politics is a game of numbers. And sometimes you don't like your kakampi, but you need your kakampi. Because again, it is a democracy. It is about being in the majority. It is about having the power of that kind of vote. The power to gather around enough votes on your side. Sabi ni Stephanie, still can't accept na number 2 si Aquino at si Kiko, the smell fishy. Pinag-usapan na natin yan. Kakampi nila yung mga kanok. Okay? So, but the one good thing here is that they are still in the minority. So nakita na rin sila ng administrasyon na hindi talaga sila kakampi. Sila yung kumausap sa US, gusto-gusto ng mga nakaupo, nakakampi nila ang US, pero sila pala yung secret candidate. Hello? So ngayon, alam natin kung sino na ang tunay na kalaban. At ibig sabihin din yan, mahina na po ang administrasyon na ito. Pero totoo yan, grabe yung gulat ko. Bakit nandiyan? Yung pagkadismaya ko, nakita ko, Kiko at saka ba, medyo expected, pero yung ganyang kataas, Akbayan as number 1, imbestigahan natin yan. Yun, sabi ni Dan, matuwa po tayo kasi kahit maraming gulo sa Mindanao, number 1 si Bongo natin at pasok si Bato. Hello, number 3, respectable showing ang Bato, ang Senator Bato. O ngayon, hindi na sila masiship out. Alam niyo yung danger? Kaya kailangan talagang i-block vote natin ang PDP noon, nitong eleksyon. Kasi baka i-ship out sila pag hindi sila nanalo, pag hindi maganda ang showing nila sa Senado, sa kanilang sa botohan, baka i-attempt din silang i-ship out dun sa Hague. O ngayon, mahirapan sila, nakaupo Tapos ang daming hata. Mahirapan silang mag-take 2 dun sa ginawa nila kay Tatay Digong. Sabi ni Lowell, grabe ang impact ng Duterte Magic in the March 11 events sa local candidates and congressional seats. Agree! At kailangan ipamukha natin sa kanila. Tama na muna yung mga, natalo si ganito, natalo si ganyan. Mamaya na yan. End term na po si Paduano, kaya wala siya. So, mamaya na yan, pamukha natin dun sa kalaban. O susubukan niyo pang galawin yung mga Duterte? Kasi kami, tumatanaw kami ng malaking utang na loob ng kay Tatay Digong. Kung kayo, hindi niyo kaya yan, well, you will have to contend with this kind of majority. And this is an important message that we all have to send. Paalala ninyo, tumalab ba yung ayuda ninyo? Tumalab ba yung paninira ninyo kay VP Inday? Tumalab ba yung mga operation ganito-ganyan ninyo, yung mga comms operations ninyo para manira pati sa amin? Tumalab ba yung attempt ninyong patawag kami doon sa Kongreso? Tumahimik ba kami? Yes, today marks the day that the president becomes officially lame duck. Bakit? Bumalik na yung level of weakness niya to the time before his presidency. Sabi ni May Munchkin, Tolentino, di nakapasok, buhahaha. O ayan, turncoatism doesn't work. Ayuda, to the degree that they practice it, does not work. Sige, bili sila ng bili ng boto, nabili ba? The Filipino is not for sale. Okay? It's us. We are not for sale. Marunong tayong tumanggap, pero marunong din tayong tumanggi. Sabi ni Jen Riusay, we'll be expecting you attorney picks sa 2028 senatorial. Grabe kayo. Why do you keep punishing me like that? Huwag niya sabihin Davaoenos are not for sale. Tayong lahat. Huwag na kayong mag-divisive dyan. Pero wow, good job Davao, ha? Excellent job. Pero excellent job rin all over the country. Solid 5 o 6 yung atin na nakaupo sa Senado. At magdadalawang isip sila kung next time ganyan na ipa-plunder nila uli ang National Treasury para bumili ng boto. Good luck sa mga gaganyan. Oh, yung one day na 20 pesos ng bigas, backfire. Oh, kitang-kita na natin. Di pa nai-implement, kitang-kita na natin. Ano yan? Ayan, sabi ni Carlem, si Tolentino, ang tunay na mangga. Ginamit ang Duterte, tapos iniwan yan sa kampungan. His was the most blatant. Although in fairness nga, nagpaalam siya kay Tatay Digong, tapos humingi pa rin ng, humingi pa rin ng tulong. Di yan ba yung water?
Okay po.
Yes, please. Hindi ko alam kung nasaan. Okay. Huwag niyong lahatin. May mga nagsasabi, bakit yung youth kulang-kuha ng mga yellows and pinks? Kasi ang hilig nating mang-away sa kanila. Then, totoo. How many of you spoke against UP? Sa tingin niyo, saan nanggagaling yung youth vote? How many of you refuse to acknowledge na may boto sila? Inaaway niyo. Pag nakita niyo yung mga bata dun sa rally, aawayin ninyo. Pakisagot. How many? And yes, mali tayo dito. Kasama ako dyan. Kasi nakita ko yung need. Nakita ko yung need na dapat kinakausap natin. Yung mga kabataan, dapat pumupunta tayo sa schools. Dapat nag-lecture tayo. Dapat sa kanila, binibigay natin yung impormasyon na nabibigay natin dito sa social media. We can't get them to come to us on social media. We go to them. Yun ang nagawa ng mga dilaw. Ang ganda nun. Nasaan na yun? Sana, ayun, sabi ni Moon Savior, sana hindi binoto si Erwin, Amerikano yun eh. But, maybe he can be taken out of commission. Baka naman kailangan niya managot sa ginawa niya sa US. Grabe si Ryan, no? Sabi niya, good luck, Trillanes, on your next race as barangay captain. Sayang dito sa Pilipinas, hindi binoboto ang dog catcher. Sabi ni Lemon, she thinks that everything happens for a reason, kaya hindi muna nanalo yung Duterte and Gandhi, lahat ng Duterte and candidates. Yes, and this is the time for them to rise to the occasion, get a solid CV together. Ito yung time na magpakita ng na nagtatrabaho pa rin sila. And not because they're looking for a Senate seat in 2028. Now is the time to render accomplishments. Do the community work. Go around. Lecture. Now is the time for that. Solid accomplishments. I'm not saying na wala silang solid accomplishments. Pero, we have to go to the people. Uy, grabe. Alam mo, Rolando, hindi kailangan na isinasabi yung mga ganyan. Yung, noon, hanga ako dito, nabawasan kasi nakikisama kay Joey Palamura. Okay? O ngayon, are you saying, aalis ka na? Because you don't have to announce it. Sa totoo lang, sabihin mo na lang kung gusto mo umalis. I actually don't have to tell us na gusto mong umalis. Okay na lang, just leave. But if you wanted me to say something else, yung mga tipong, wag po sanang palamura, hindi yung ganyan, ano yan, blackmail, aalis ako kasi palamura ka na, tapos magpapapigil ka pala, excuse me. I don't respond to threats. Hindi nga ako nagre-respond sa speculation eh. Sabi ni Drew, we believe Trillanes can bring changes in Caloocan. Sus, what kind of changes? I hate that guy, but he's our hope. Pero natalo pa rin ng hindi malapitan. There's that. Pero para sa akin, a Trillanes win in a local area, he's going to turn that place into a garrison to conduct activities, not exactly in keeping with good governance. Hi, kay Edzology. One election out of the way. Kita-kits naman po tayo for 2028. I agree. Ay, nawala si Sir. Yan. Based on the outcome of this election, green and pink will do a rematch. Tunaw na ang pula. Congrats sa atin. I agree. And I would rather to have you guys as a worthy opponent than them. Kasi inaano nila eh. Pinaplunder nila yung national treasury. Sabi ni Citizen Insight, to win a senatorial race, candidates typically need to secure strong support in Calabarzon, NCR, and Central Luzon. These regions can make or break a campaign due to their sheer voter volume and location. Ganun ba? But Mindanao. Typically yan, but tignan niyo si Senator Bongo. Yes, he has support in that, but he also got solid in Mindanao. Remember, the biggest voting population is the entire island of Mindanao. Ang Luzon, of course, because of NCR, marami tayong voters, pero kalat. Like I said, dati may solid north, ngayon wala na. wala pang mga possibilities of any tandems right now, Ma'am Benz. Medyo maaga pa masyado to consider anything. But I don't mind a Yorme vice presidency. Am I considering running for senator in 2028? Hindi ko alam. I am not. Sa totoo lang, hindi ko alam. A lot of people have been asking me and I still don't know. Let's see. Mami Yaya says, I think sa 2028, magsanib puwersa ang Dilaw at Pula against Duterte. Let's pray that Inday will stay. Dahil for sure, she will be the nightmare of every candidate in 2028 kahit isama pa nila si Vico. I think with Vico, it's early. What Vico has going for him is his youth. He doesn't have to run in the next elections. He can wait. So yun yung interesting para kay Vico. He can do solid work in Pasig, tuloy-tuloy. Like, parang Tatay Digong, yung solid work niya sa Davao. Dekada yun, before he became president. What are your thoughts sa surveys? Still effective, lalo na kung masyadong polarized po, with an A, ang issues. People seem not comfortable sa survey, kaya di nagsasabi ng totoo, tama po. Sir, ganito yan. A survey is a snapshot of a particular period in time of what people are saying. Now, sometimes it depends on dun sa mga natatanong pa rin. Sometimes they get it wrong, but with a good sampling size, you can get a good enough view. But it is time-bound. It's about their particular thoughts on a particular time. So kung kunwari may nangyari, halimbawa, yung threat of impeachment, lumabas, yung na-impeach si Inday sa Kongreso, iba yung thoughts ng mga tao. Para anin mo yung isang buwan, pag hindi na mukhang ganun kalakas yung Kongreso, you take another snapshot. The problem is people think that these things are bound in, are cast in stone. They're not. They change. Situations change the way people think. Sabi ni Ryan, mga vlogger na pinag-iinitan nilang nagpabagsak sa kanila, buti nga. And even before pinag-iinitan kami. Ang weird ng Binay situation, si Abby Binay went with the Marcoses. Now, Jojo Binay was a very staunch anti-Marcos, which is very unusual, diba? Yeah, unusual in the family. Now, si Sir Jojo is not in very good health. So, Abby Binay going with Alianza was a very, very strange action. So, ano nangyari? Natalo yung asawa ni Abby Binay, talo din siya, diba? Talo ang Alianza Talo ang Abby Binay, talo yung asawa niya. Pero, it's still a Binay in Makati City Hall. It's Nancy Binay. '25 elections, hi Ma'am Ola, only show this admin na buo talagang support sa Duterte. Hindi nga siguro 100% nanalo. At sa dami ng napatalsik natin from the admin, na kailangan pa nila ng import. Totoo yan. Tapos nagpabaliko pa sila kay Tolentino, di ba? Yes, Crow Fighter, actually we brought it up already. Ang US influence. The US influence is very evident dun sa pagkapanalo ni Kiko, ni Bam at ng Akbayan. Which means Akbayan has solid 3 congressmen, tapos may kakampi pa sila in Laila de Lima. So, yan yung that will be their block. Tapos in the Senate, 3 sila, Kiko, Bam, and Risa Hontiveros. With Risa, we saw already kung saan siya papunta. Masyadong pro-US yung linya niya, pro-ICC, pro-ganito, pro-ganyan. Ngayon, slightly nagbago ang US, but the very profound influence of the military industrial complex, yan talaga yung mga who are not yet kumbaga fully on board with the Trump presidency. Yan po yung mga nakakausap nila, yung mga traditionalists sa US. So that means in 2028 it's a Duterte versus Dilao fight again. Hindi na relevant ang alyansa, hindi relevant ang BBM, hindi na relevant yung mga yan. Sabi ni Jing, the Lipe brothers ng Zamboanga City, talo. Laki ng pera, winaldas, tapos talo pa rin ni Risi. Sabi ni Shen, it would be much stronger if you run as senator this 2028. You have our support. Let's see. No, sabi ni Soft Cold Hearted, one party list lang po ba pwede? Hindi po. kailangan may at least 30% of Congress ay party list representatives. That's what the Constitution requires. Sabi ni Nib, kung si Tol naging loyal, baka sakaling pasok siya. Good point, actually. Well, at least now, lumitaw na yung tunay na kulay niya. Correct. Mapapalitan ba si SP Escudero next Congress? There's a chance. It's either that, or magpalit na naman siya ng kulay. Uy, grabe kayo. Sabi ni Geek Goodies, buti pang mga OFWs and immigrants ay nagkaisa at solid Duterte. Duterte tens sa pagboto? Actually, hindi po. Hindi niyo ba nakita na ipanalo natin si Amy? That's a 30-point increase from the last survey. Dun sa survey, super behind si Amy. Isang salita lang ni VP Inday. Yung solid support lang ni VP Inday, 30 percentage points ang inakyat ni Amy Marcos. That's a solid win. Stop trying to put it down, ma'am. And stop trying to kasi kino-consider ni VP Inday yan part of the win eh. So kung galit kayo kay Amy, huwag niyo naman sabihin na pro-Inday kayo. Tito Soto is the contender for Senate President in his dreams. Sabi ni Rice, nasa 12 si Amy with 80% of the votes cast. Maganda yan. Sabi ni Sam, mapunta sana kay Marcoleta ang blue ribbon. Oh my gosh, manginig silang lahat to punish yung mga corrupt na politikong nanalo. Sabi ni Shen, I would vote all out for you, attorney. You're one of the top influential people we have now. The conviction and the knowledge you have, please. We will certainly consider it. I will not outright say no, but it isn't a guarantee that I will run. Number one, it's not also a good idea to announce a candidacy from 3 years away from the elections. Di tatrabahuhin na nila ako ngayon, titirahin ako ng titirahin. Look what they're doing to Inday, trying to destroy her para walang matira sa credibility niya sa 2028. So if you want me to run for senator, let's stop talking about it. Sabi ni Ma'am Nancy, mas okay na lang si Amy kaysa matalo siya kay Lito Lapid. Well, pasok naman yata si Lito Lapid. Yes, sabi ni Elnet, parang mas marami pro-Duterte sa Senado ngayon. Yung paghila niya pataas kay Amy and Camille, sobrang laki ng advantage. Ngayon, naging alyansa pa sila ng NP. Yes, the nationalista is now on the side of the Dutertes, on the side of VP Inday. Do not forget that. It wasn't about Camille Villar, the person. Endorsing Camille Villar guaranteed na maipasok at makapag-alyansa with the Nationalista Party. Do you think Zubiri is a swing vote? Hindi, pro Duterte ang Zubiri. He was crushed by the Marcoses. I mean, seriously. Kinakount si Zubiri as pro Duterte. Sabi ni Shen, okay, we'll always be here for you. Thank you very much. But seriously, if you want me to run, we have to stop talking about it. Kasi may nila talaga eh. Gagawin talaga nila yan. Maninira talaga sila. Sabi ni Ma'am Wilma, maganda yung laban ng senatorial kasi malakas talaga ang youth vote. Ayaw na nila sa mga budots, giling-giling, depektibo at kikibuloy. Maybe. Siguro nga, ayaw nga nila lang artista, ganyan. But it also means that we have to recognize them. May boses sila. Now we have to watch it. Kaya nga, tingnan nyo, every time may kunwari, nagrally sila or anything like that, I'm always on their side kahit iba yung politika nila. Not because I want their votes, but because I remember what it's like to be young and idealistic, to fight for something that's so far beyond your reach, but you will fight anyway. That's how you think when you're young. Sabi ni Violeta, my son told me that with the result in the Senate, people are trying to change the narrative of BBM and FPRD, but of Yellows and Duterte. No, not change the narrative. The story has changed. The narrative has changed. BBM was trying to create alliances with everybody except the Dutertes. The strategy was to isolate the Dutertes. What he did not know was na kung ganong katuso at kataydor sila, ganon din yung mga kausap nila. In fact, having an alliance with the Dutertes was such a sure thing because VP Inday refused to take revenge or to go after them to be as traitorous as they were in the first 2 years of her vice presidency. She tried to be loyal, tried to play the game, tried to remain within the good graces of the admin, pero they went against her. The Dutertes are loyal and they chose the wrong person to double cross. They tried to create alliances with the Reds, with the Yellows, with the Pinks, with everybody else, failing to recognize that these people were for themselves. The Dutertes would have helped them out. The DDS would have helped them out. They didn't. They refused to recognize that. It isn't trying to change the narrative. The narrative changed. Look at the results. 3 yellow candidates, or pink, whatever you want to call them. 3 yellows. Hindi sila nasa alyansa ha. Lahat ng alyansa, maging green, yellow, purple, whatever, na nandun sa kanila, talo. Which means ang kiss of death was alyansa. The kiss of death was the administration. Ang bilis nilang nawalan ng credibility. Ang bilis nilang ginalit ang mga taong bumoto sa kanila. Actually, this was expected. That's what, ganito yun ha, alam nila na after midterms, lame duck si Presidente Marcos. After midterms, lalakas na si VP Inday at magbabago na ng mga alliances towards her. The Yellows knew this too, so they had to establish their candidates now in the midterm elections. Pero tignan ninyo ang nangyayari. So, alyansa, thinking that they could draw in all the enemies of the Dutertes and create an alliance that will prop up the current administration, mali sila doon. The current administration, dahil they are so inept, they are so incompetent, they look so incorrigible, they look so pathetically corrupt, nobody wants to be associated with them. The first 3 years was enough to establish how grossly incompetent this administration is. It's so incompetent that not even their own allies can support them and have struck off on their own. So yeah. The shifting of powers, natural yan after midterms. Natural yan. And even before elections, sinasabihan na ako ng mga mayors, ng mga congressmen, attorney, pasensyahan din na muna kami. Administrasyon kami kasi hindi kami mananalo sa midterm elections kung wala yung pera nila. Pero after the midterm elections, babalik na lang, shift na kami ng alliance to Inday because we will be preparing for 2028. Alam ng administrasyon yan. At kaya they tried to destroy Inday para hindi na siya maging force post-midterm elections. Ang problema, wala naman magaling sila manira, I will have to hand it to them. However, wala silang accomplishments. Nakafocus sila sa paninira, nakalimutan nila ng accomplishments. Because in the end, that is the strongest campaign rhetoric that you need. Yung listahan mo kung anong nagawa mo.